Hello dear students, welcome back to this channel. Today in this video we are going to be talking about the 1.5 day strategy before the examination of corporate and other laws for the CA Inter students. Now CA Inter students, you must have just given your accounts paper. No matter how it went, now it's time to move on from the accounts paper and think completely about your law paper. You have to bring all your energy and focus into the law paper. Understand that this exam is like a marathon. After one paper you have to focus on the next, and then to the next, and then to the next. You cannot waste time thinking about the last paper. You cannot waste time stressing about the next paper. You have to focus in the present on the existing paper. So now it is time for you to study the law paper. Let's just quickly discuss how you will have to plan your 1.5 days, how you will have to try to complete all the chapters revision in this 1.5 day. See, when we say 1.5 day, you will complete your examination at 5 p.m. today. After that, you will reach home, you will have your food, you will rest a little bit. I'm expecting that roughly around 7 o'clock or something you will start studying. Okay, so from 7 o'clock onwards till maybe night at 11 o'clock, you will get roughly 4 hours, right? In these 4 hours, you will be tired, you will be exhausted, you will have some stress of the last accounts paper. But I still insist that you don't waste this time. Okay, no matter what, you have to try to complete at least 2 to 3 chapters here, even though you're tired, right? The next day, that is going to be tomorrow, right? On this day, from morning 7 a.m. or 8 a.m., whatever time you wake up, till night 11 o'clock, you are going to have roughly 16 hours. Even if we remove the chores for 2 hours, you will still have good 14 hours. You have to basically study all these 14 hours. In this 14-hour chunk of our second day, we are going to do the maximum output. We are going to be focusing on the A category and B category chapters, all the long chapters. Basically, major chunk of our syllabus is going to be completed in this one huge day. And then after that, the next day you will have your exam at 2 o'clock, right? But before that also, from morning 7 o'clock onwards till maybe 12 o'clock or 12:30, you will still have some hours. You will still have 5 hours, right? In these 5 hours also, whatever topics are left, the C category chapters, we will have to still complete that. We will also have to see the revision test paper and amendments. Okay, now see, all in all, if we include first day's 4 hours, then 16 hours, and then the next 5 hours, roughly you will have 23 to 24 hours in totality to complete your entire syllabus. Right now, if you are very lethargic, lazy from the very beginning, that we'll complete it, we still have 1.5 day remaining, then you might end up not completing your entire revision. And last day's revision is extremely important. Whatever study you have done in the last 2 months, 3 months, it depends on the last one day's revision whether you will recollect all of that or not. So we have to try to revise everything, right? In order for that, you need to have some sort of plan. So I've made a rough plan for you. Now see, everybody might not be waking up at 7 o'clock in the morning. Everybody might be having a little different schedule. So based on your schedule, you can adjust this, right? But I'm just going to give you a rough timeline as to how you have to complete these chapters, right? If we are lazy in the very beginning, or if we are very relaxed, we might take up more time in a chapter which requires less time, right? So you need to have some sort of idea as to how you are going to utilize the entire 23 hours that you are going to get, and try to complete as many chapters as possible. So based on the length of the different chapters, I have allotted some sort of time so that we are able to complete in 23-24 hours all the chapters at the same time. We are able to see the revision test paper as well as the amendment. Now please note that these are not extremely strict deadlines. If I've written that you have to complete acceptance of deposits chapter in 3/4 hour, then it is not necessary that you exactly complete it in 3/4 hour only, right? But you have to try to do it. Okay, if you try to complete it in 3/4 hours, you might complete it in half an hour, you might complete it in 1 hour, right? But more or less you will be still in that timeline. Okay, that is our aim here. Our aim is not to give ourselves stress to try to complete every chapter in this much time. But if we aim to achieve these targets, then probably, if not these targets, we'll still be in a better place compared to if we have no plan at all for these, for this 1.5 day. All right, so for company law we have 10 chapters, for other laws we have 6 chapters. So based on the length of the chapter, I have allotted some time. So you have to try to complete preliminary chapter in 1 hour, chapter 2 in 2 hours, prospectus in 1 hour, share capital and debentures in 1 hour, acceptance of deposits in 3/4 hour, registration of charges in 3/4 hour. You can extend these to 1 hour also. Management and administration in 3 hours. Then declaration and payment of dividend is small. You can try to complete it in 3/4 hour or 1 hour. Then accounts of the company in 2 hours, audit and auditors in 1.5 hours. In other laws also, the contract act, indemnity and guarantee, try to complete it in 1 hour. Bailment and pledge in 1 hour, agency in 1.25 hours. Negotiable instrument is long, it can take longer time, so you can try to complete it in 3 hours. General clause act in 1 hour. Interpretation of statute, also try to complete it in 1 hour. Apart from that, I have left 1 hour for your revision test paper and amendments also. I'm expecting you must have already seen the revision test papers. You must have already seen the amendments. This time we have very, very important amendments in your examination, which are relating to CSR also, the one-person company, and some more amendments. Make sure you check these amendments. They're very, very important in the examination. So in that last 1 hour, maybe in the middle also, just check the important questions of the revision test papers and also check the amendments. Right now, this is the time that we have to give to these chapters, right? But when are you actually going to do it? Will you do it in the first day, the second day, or the third day? Now, as we have discussed, on the 6th, that means today, you will be having time from 7 p.m. onwards till 11. So you will be having roughly 4 hours. Now in this time you will be tired, but we don't have to waste this time. We still have to utilize this time, because if you do something in this time, no, you will get up tomorrow morning very, very confident. Plus we actually just need to utilize this time. We don't have enough time to complete the entire syllabus at this time, so we cannot waste any time. So we have to make the most of this time, right? So at this time, because you're tired, I suggest that you take up small chapters, all right, or easier chapters, right? So now, because we have 4 hours, what you can do is you can probably complete registration of charges. You can try to complete dividend chapter. You can also try to complete acceptance of deposits. These are very, very important chapters also, plus they are extremely the small chapters, right? So you can try to complete them in today. Okay, if suppose you're not interested in doing company law, then here's what you can do. You can try to also complete the contract act completely. Okay, you can complete indemnity, guarantee, bailment, agency, all of that. You can try to complete it today itself. That means in the first day, in the first 4 hours. Now next day, on the 7th, in the entire day you will roughly have 15 hours, 14 to 15 hours to study. Okay, apart from your chores. Now in these 14-15 hours, we have to try to complete maximum chapters, right? And we have to try to focus on A category chapters and B category chapters. That means the most important chapters we have to try to complete. Now, which are the most important chapters that you have to focus on this day? You have to try to complete management and administration. It is going to be completed in 3 hours. Complete accounts of the company, complete audit and auditors, complete incorporation chapter. Apart from that, in other laws, try to complete negotiable instrument act, also interpretation of statute or general clause act. Try to also complete Indian contract act if you haven't completed already. And if you have completed the contract act in the first day, then try to complete registration of charges, dividend, etc. Basically, try to complete the entire syllabus apart from your share capital and prospectus and the definition section, right? So maybe what you can do is you can leave the chapter number 1, the chapter number 3, and chapter number 4 for the last day. The definition chapter is small, and these two chapters are comparatively less important. One of these actually comes in the examination, right? Chapter 3 or chapter 4. So you can leave these for the last day, right? Along with that, you will also have to ensure that you complete the revision test paper and amendment. If you get time, then complete that in the main day, that is the 7th, or if not, then in the next day just before the examination. That time also you can complete. Few other things that I want to highlight here are that during our examination, I know the stress is too much and it is difficult to sleep, but still sleep is important. With sleep, you will be calm in the next day. You will be able to perform better in the examination. Okay, you will be relaxed, and we need that, right? So sleep is important. Don't compromise on your sleep. Okay, if you need, before sleeping, you can take a heavy meal or you can meditate. Okay, and don't use the screen in front of you before sleeping. Okay, so try to maintain the same sleeping pattern that you have. You don't have to change it unnecessarily just because we have exams and we have a lot of course. The second important thing I want to say is make sure you do the revision test paper and the amendments. For this attempt, amendments are very, very important and we have to cover them. Okay, now in the last 1.5 day, please do not take up any new topics. Okay, also don't be just enticed by any new notes or new books that are thrown around here and there. Okay, don't be too impressed. Don't change your book. Don't take up any new topics. Whatever you have already studied, please revise that. Please revise that from the same book itself. A new book or new notes may seem interesting, may seem easy, but in order to do them you will have to exert a lot of your brain space, and also they will take more time, right? Apart from that, in the law paper there is presentation, which is very very important. With respect to presentation in the law paper, I have already created a video. I'm going to put it here somewhere in the I button, and also I'm going to link it in the description box below. You can check it out immediately after this video. Also, how are you going to utilize the first 15 minutes before your examination? With respect to that also, I have created a video. Now I'm going to link it in the description box below, and somewhere here in the I button also you can check it out. Now with respect to which are high weighted chapters, which are low weighted chapter in the examination, which question covers which topic, for that also I have already created a video. I'm going to link that in the description box below and also here in the I button. It is extremely important. Make sure you do check it out right now. All right, so I hope this plan helps you. I'm going to put the PDF of this file in the description box below. You can download it for your help. And these are not strict deadlines, but you have to still try to comply with these hourly limits so that maximum of your course is completed in this 1.5 hour. Now all the very best for your examination. Be calm, composed, confident. You'll do very good. Okay, and however the paper goes, let me know in the comment section below. What are you thinking right now? Let me know in the comment section below. Okay, I'm going to see you again. All the very best for your examination. Bye bye.